Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Group runs for China business, talking movies, TV, older recent, last of 2 Sunday shows for the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, unless anything pops up last minute, but I'm not expecting anything, so. But hey, I make no promises. Yeah, just finished off a 6-day work week, and I get I get 1 day off tomorrow, and then another 4 days. But after that, 2 Fridays in a row, and that's it. And then back to business as usual. If a bit slower, possibly, because it's always slower after the new year. So, what have I done the past week? Well, work. Lots of work. Yep. Did some off-camera work on Pokemon Legends ZA, doing some battles off camera to get up to the 1,000 needed to get the shiny charm. Although they did release the DLC the other day, which does add in some other side quests, but I kind of want to do the main game first before I get into any DLC stuff. But yeah, it's like, I'm currently working on processing my DVD and Blu-ray rips right now, and grabbing stuff from archive.org. But other than that, oh yeah, about more anime. Yeah, it's like, I did my big buy one get one free sale thing. I was gonna do some more of that, but I didn't pay attention to what the sale was actually called. See, it was called the 12 Days of Christmas Sale. By the time I realized it, it was the 13th. And the sale was over. On the plus side, there might be a sale in the spring, so here's hoping. But we'll see. Like, oh darn, won't be able to get more Gundam. And I actually kind of regret not going for the last day of the sale, because I actually had a really nice Evangelion collector's set going on that had like the complete series and the movie with both of the dubs included. Whereas like the standard release only has the new Netflix dub, which is, it's not very, from what I've heard, it's not very good. And I'm not just talking like, oh, it was so much better back in my day. Not the nostalgia stuff. Basically when when they went to redub it, they were how should I put it? They were very literal with the translations. Like, so in the original dub, the third chosen pilot would be the third child, but in the new, I guess like in the new version, it's the literal version of third children, despite being a singular. I guess it could signify that, like, oh yeah, it's the third candidate, but you're replaceable. So, I don't know. Point is, it did not go over very well at all. So I kind of regret not getting it, because by the time I went to go and maybe think about getting it, it was already sold out, so, oh well. And then the other day I went to Sentai Filmworks. They're still having their holiday sale on, and bought like 14 things. Mind you, some of them were like $6 or less. It was just a case of, premise sounds neat enough and it's cheap, why not? Yeah, just work and occasional gaming, though not too much. I haven't actually done any of the gaming in like a couple days, just because I've just been so busy. Maybe I'll do another recording session tomorrow. Get some side quests in. Now, that, like since I'll have a day off. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Let's see if I can actually manage that. For all I know, I'll just be sleeping all day. Only time will tell. Anyway, yeah, that's basically it for my week as far as I can think of off the top of my head right now. Um, yeah. So how are things going with you?
Let me see. I honestly can't think of much in terms of Monday, weirdly enough, although... Okay, now I remember there was that attempted streaming, twitching, which had mixed results. Got some headway through my seasonal watch list. Got some headway through my seasonal watch list. One of which was Family Affair. Went through Visual Brothers System, so as part of the week I was trying to reset a majority of the things that had to be taken down, semi-barricaded. When they were starting to get affected. Everything's back up now, so hopefully there shouldn't be too much. Hopefully there shouldn't be too many problems. Otherwise, this went forward. Though, we'll have to come up with a different strategy for next time it happens.
Okay.
Spent whatever time I could trying to get to my headwind in terms of backlogs with just a little bit better, but still not ideal enough. Trying a game with results. Gonna try something a little bit different the next time that happens. Perhaps I'll something for my mom's birthday this coming week, and sure there's some surprises here and there. It's always go on the back on, but she's doing a satisfactory point for the time being. But yeah, so it goes through on some things, but hopefully shouldn't be too much getting in the way of those.
I
Most of that goes well tomorrow, and also get our other plans sorted for the rest of the month. Yeah, so still to go on some things, but hopefully it won't be too much to get in the way.
Yep. Well then. The video for this week was different. Like So it's one of those ones that's based on I guess is based on a book. Yeah, Stranger in the Woods. These piles of snow are chatting, and there's some animals that are doing a musical number. The deer's like, "Oh, hey, look, it's snowing." The squirrel's like, "Hey, where are the nuts that I hid?" And the muskrat's like, "Eh, whatever." Like, okay, that they're doing a thing. And then another snow pile shows up. He, don't worry, he's not relevant. He's there for one scene, and then he's never mentioned again. And then I guess Frozen Leaf tells this story, and yeah, apparently a stranger's been detected in the woods. Like, oh no, we need to find that stranger. So they go looking, and then the deer bites off the stranger's nose. The stranger was a snowman in this case. Yeah, apparently there's some like corn and seeds there too. It's like, okay, sure, why not? Munch on the corn and the seeds. The deer, of course, ate the carrot. Yeah, it turns out some kids were building snowmen and leaving corn and seeds for the animals, and like, okay, they were the strangers in the woods. Or they made the snowman, which was the stranger in the woods, but they were also strangers in the woods. Point is, there's very little actual plot in this thing. It, it's a children's storybook adaptation, so. Although I have to say, like, decent cinematography. Voices were decent, voice acting was decent, and with the very small cast that they had, like, the voices themselves were distinct enough that you could tell them apart. And they used a combination of both actual animal footage and drawings to get to tell the story. So yeah, it was definitely different.
Book itself, one of 5 photographic fantasies that the family source has self-published over the course of 20 years, if I remember correctly. This one in particular is an award winner and New York Times bestseller. Publishers Marketing Association, Franklin, and International Reading Association.
Which, yeah, that's pretty interesting. On a completely unrelated note, decided like, okay, yeah, I'll do that at My Little Pony deck building game bundle thing. Like, okay, $30, get the cards. Yeah, it turns out for the thing, shipping is like 25. Well, okay, shipping plus tax is $25. Like, you know, whatever. I've already paid the money for the code to get the items. Uh, So annoyed.
So, a bit of basics from a magazine standpoint. The two elders slash photographers behind the original book have been in the wildlife photography business for quite a while. Quite friendly with local wildlife in a lot of cases, and it was if I'm sure correctly. The filmmakers are the kids of these two, and interestingly enough, had a combination that was able to sometimes be the actual scenes that were being photographed, as well as putting some original stuff together. And so occasionally you'll see that the shots they took are almost perfect matches with the actual photographs that they took from the original book.
Neat. Yeah, it's like I said, definitely different than what we usually discuss, but hey, different's not bad. And we don't typically look at things that have like I was gonna say mixture of live action and animated, because it wasn't really animated. It was more live action with a shot of picture book. It wasn't like a. It's not like Christmas or anything. It's just like, hey, this is in the woods and it's snowing. For all we know, it could be February.
The elements are there nonetheless, so sometimes I'll end up they actually based a soundtrack for this, so sometimes I'll end up playing a few of the songs and music during the holiday season.
Yeah. Ugh.
The writing is pretty simple, but you can also understand why, and especially when you realize that story itself kind of thing that can happen in both case scenarios, not just fiction, but also reality.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes I'll knock points off something if, like, I don't know, there's much going on for plot, but seeing as it's an adaptation of a children's book, I'm going to cut it some slack here. It's like, no, it's not exactly here to be telling a thought-provoking story or anything. It's like, hey, look at the animals! Which, I mean, hey, animal videos are very popular for a reason, so, I mean, hey, making this into a movie makes sense to me.
What I was also trying to get at is some children's stories don't have to get that complex with villains in this game. Sometimes being a bit more straightforward is how it needs to be done when it comes to children's material.
Yeah.
And yes, why don't they tell it incorporated it from the audio standpoint? Looks like a lot of local stuff as Salmon Company is based in Michigan. But it was endless expressing exactly what the area were capable of. Coming up with the fun voices. To prep delivering them as well as they were surprisingly talented from a music standpoint with the in this case they did well with the primarily soft sounding beats. Especially for the time of year as well as setting that normally has that kind of feel. Somewhere in the ranges, but for the most part they do. For the most part, they managed to come up with a good song. Come up with good songs that, like I say, will sometimes play during the holiday season because they just sound quite appropriate.
Yeah.
As for lots of local locations, talent, and small businesses where instrumental in the several production assistants. Although how I discover them, as well as a few other things, a few other things is a bit of an interesting story. I actually encountered their second book, the first as a first encounter, as well as a also a friend of sorts that had some relation to it. They found the rest of the books, as well as over time discovered their film production side of the business, which, aside from the adaptations, they have been doing some original stuff, all wildlife based, and other primarily as is with smaller production companies, select occasions for DVD copies. So that's I think throughout the earlier this year, I actually managed to finish the current collection, which includes a couple of books since the auto edition, as well as auto story, as well as film based on said auto story. But yeah, as someone at a time in my life in which my interest in nature was starting to become a bit more immersive.
Yep.
Found myself actually fascinated with their works. And if you can put up some additional material, some of which we might come back and do from time to time, I think they're worth looking into, especially since it's a, from the book standpoint, it's an interesting approach, as not very often that photographs used to tell a kind of stories you wouldn't expect out of fantasy.
Yeah.
And I do believe it's this special approach that has had made it come back time and time again, as well as it's also the accolades they received. So like I said, it's a unique approach, which it's definitely something worth looking into. And of course, having as much of a budget, it just allow very minimal in terms of digital effects to help convey things.
Yeah.
As of course on the other scale, there are live action fantasies, though those require effects to convey some select creatures, but here don't need to be as super bombastic or even go to certain lengths. Like I said, you don't. Like I said, there are some cases where you don't need to be complex when it comes to family material.
Yeah. Ready then. So, getting into the news for this week. And what a week it was, because like we had the Game Awards this past week. Okay, starting off, Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. Director says game will release before 2030. Basically, a game acting as a spiritual successor to Knights of the Old Republic. Apparently, a new Alien game is back in development. Okay. A new Tomb Raider remake has been revealed at the Game Awards. No current plans for Divinity Original Sin 3, according to Larian. Tekken director Katsuhiro Harada leaves Bandai Namco after 30 years.
Marking twice this month that we've had departures of sorts related to Tekken.
Yeah. Burnt Peanut just broke a 3-year stream award streak for Iron Mouse. My question is, who even is the Burnt Peanut? I've never heard of them. I have actually been watching Iron Mouse recently, though. I was actually watching a stream of her. Okay, not actually her exploring, but her via another guy checking out Omega Mart and the various other places around there. Raiders delays upcoming expedition project. The Sonic the Hedgehog one-shot Chasing Shadows has been cancelled. This week in anime news. Dusk Beyond the End of the World anime reveals English dubcast. New Cat's Eye anime reveals more cast and trailer for the second half. Hell Mode anime reveals 2 more cast members, previous ending theme and second promo video. The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash and make its second season. Duel Masters Lost. Okyaku no Taiyo anime's teaser reveals February 6th debut. Ichicho Mankitsu Garashi TV anime debuts in April 2026. Bloomiburo anime reveal Bloomiburo anime season 2 reveals second promo video, more cast and theme songs. The Fist of the North Star anime's latest video unveils more cast and staff. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dear Friend film announces fall 2026 debut. Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling TV anime reveals more cast, January 10th debut and main promo video. A Misanthrope Teaches a Class for Demi-Humans anime's main promo video reveals January 10th debut. And the big one. Anime studio Gainax is formally dissolved after its bankruptcy is concluded. Of course, anyone in that company basically moved on to either Studio Kara with Hideaki Anno or over to Studio Trigger.
"41 years in business."
Yep. Yeah, apparently for a long time there have been a lot of behind the scenes issues between everyone involved, which eventually led to Hideaki Anno actually leaving the company. Glitch Productions responds to Disney reportedly licensing over 200 characters to Sora and ChatGPT and investing $1 billion in OpenAI in a new post. Quote, "The F are they doing?" The F indeed. Got an official holidays poster for Hazbin Hotel featuring the V's. The poster and greeting cards are now for sale. Audrey Nuna, the singing voice of Mira in K-pop Demon Hunters, would love to do a tour. Quote, "We don't have any official news on the tour yet, but I think we're all very interested in the idea, and I think that if fans keep asking and asking, maybe it's possible." Bill Arnett, the voice of Lego Batman, would love to make a new Lego Batman movie. Quote, "I'd love to do more Lego Batman. I love Lord and Miller, those guys are the best. That was a really fun time in our life making those movies." John Cena's final words as he retires from the WWE. Okay, finger quoting here, retires from the WWE. Quote, "It's been a pleasure serving you all these years. Thank you." And so when the sun goes down, I look at the day and ask myself, did I earn the sunset? He also lost his final WWE match. Again, finger quoting on the word final there, because, I mean, as far as we know, he hasn't had any major crippling injuries or anything, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that he does come back eventually.
Naturally, the appropriate key stuff.
Yeah. Then again, he is also involved in like TV and movies and stuff, so unlike some other people, he does have other things he can do with his time, so decreases the possibility a little bit. Maybe, I don't know.
As I said earlier, I was wondering if this was going to have an effect on Hollywood. That loss, true Undertaker fashion. The only difference is that there's no Roman Reigns this time around.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Reigns is slightly better position with the fans as well. I don't think it'll also be too surprising if they still do convention appearances.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because I can definitely remember one wrestler actually nearing the end of his retirement when he made his convention appearance. Steam will go do this. And then there's another convention story involving wrestlers this year that I also remember. At the time she was expecting. I'm not sure exactly what the situation is now, but I wish her congrats and good luck nonetheless.
So yeah, we'll have to see what the future holds for him.
Of course.
All right. The main story of the new LEGO Batman game is around 15 hours long, split into 6 chapters. Michael B. Jordan says that sharing a name with Michael Jordan affected things for him growing up. Quote, "Your name is important. It's how you introduce yourself and how the world responds to you. But when there's another guy out there who's the guy, I think it created a healthy chip on my shoulder. Wanting to be competitive, wanting your own identity in a way, I wanted to be great at something, and I didn't know what it was going to be. I just wanted to be great at it." James Cameron responds to criticisms about his use of 3D and high frame rate in Avatar Fire and Ash. Quote, "I think 2.3 billion says you might be wrong on that. Well, that's the argument from authority. But the argument from artistic is, I happen to like it, and it's my movie." I mean, yeah, I guess. Four different trailers for Avengers Doomsday will be attached with Avatar Fire and Ash. Each trailer will play for 1 week before switching to the next. The Chalamet confirms that there will be a 15 to 20 year time jump for Dune Part 3. Quote, "There's supposed to be a character shift. I'm playing 15, 20 years older." Helena Bonham Carter is in early talks to star in The White Lotus Season 4. Okay, now we just eat, I just had his name on the top of my head. You know, the trinity of those three.
Johnny Depp and Tim Burton.
Yes.
Wow.
Apparently, producers had to get a military member trained in enduring torture and imprisonment to coach Jim Carrey on how to endure playing the Grinch. Quote, "Later on, I found out that the gentleman that trained me to endure the Grinch also founded SEAL Team 6. Wow. Paul Bettany teases that he will return as Vision in Avengers Secret Wars. Quote, "I think I've got some Avengers duties next year." Zootopia 2 has passed $1 billion worldwide. It's the fastest PG-rated film to ever cross the milestone. The new trailer for the new LEGO Batman game has been releasing May 29th, 2026. Alexander Skarsgård and Stellan Skarsgård face off before going against each other during award season. Quote, "The gloves are off. You're going down, old man. Fight, 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 fight."
Oh gosh, has Fortnite actually found their next additions?
only time will tell. HBO has released a trailer for their entire 2026 slate, including Rooster, Lanterns, Euphoria Season 3, Dune Prophecy Season 2, House of the Dragon Season 3, and Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. Other obscure, Expedition 33 has won 9 awards at the Game Awards, the most for any game ever. Game of the Year, Best RPG, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music, Best Game Direction, Best Debut Indie Game, Best Independent Game, and Best Performance by Jennifer English. First trailer for new Mega Man game! Yay! Releasing in 2027. Yeah, Mega Man Dual Overdrive.
As usual, let's hope Capcom has their ducks in a row this time.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've heard, Mega Man, what was it, 12 or 11? I forget how many there are. But like the last mainline Mega Man game they did pretty well. Of course, people are just like, but where's Mega Man Legends 3? Which is fair, because they did kind of leave off on a cliffhanger there. It's like every other I don't know how to phrase it. Like every other branch of the Mega Man series is like either finished up or is at a place where it's like there's no cliffhanger or the games themselves are basically episodic mini story arcs. Like aside from minor things, they don't really connect to each other all that much.
And then, of course, there are the infamous examples where continuations without consent.
Yeah. I got a new teaser for the Super Mario Galaxy movie in theaters April 4th, 2026, featuring Luigi vs. Bowser Jr. Round 1. Fight. Anyway.
And speaking of which...
Oh yeah, we also got a shot of Rosalina as well. She's there too. Anyway, new Star Wars racing game, yay! First trailer for Star Wars Galactic Racer, a new Star Wars racing game releasing in 2026. And Sebulba is back. I actually used to play the Star Wars pod racing game back in the day. It was fun. A Warhammer 40k Total War game has been announced. Lenny Kravitz will play a Bond villain in the 007 First Light game. Deadpool is coming to Marvel Rivals in 2026. The Invincible fighting game will release on April 30th, 2026. Got the first teaser for the new Tomb Raider game, Tomb Raider Catalyst, releasing in 2027, as well as the trailer for the Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis remake, releasing in 2026. Got a bunch of first looks at various actors as characters in the Street Fighter movie, as well as the first teaser for the movie in theaters October 16th, 2026. First trailer for Control Resonant releasing 2026. A new Dungeons & Dragons video game has been revealed, releasing in 2027, gameplay reveal in summer 2026. First teaser for Leon S. Kennedy in Resident Evil Requiem, releasing on February 27th. First trailer for Larian Studios' new Divinity game, described as their biggest game ever, even larger than Baldur's Gate 3. Also have the first trailer for Supergirl, in theaters June 26, 2026. Kevin Smith says he will make a Dogma sequel before he dies. Quote, "Before I leave this best of all possible worlds, absolutely." The Invincible and Spider-Man team-up comic will be getting a reprint, releasing March 4th, 2026. Jacob Elordi says he has no tolerance for AI and finds the whole conversation around it, quote, "so effing boring. I would much rather kiss on the beach and read a novel and be sunburnt." Jason Momoa has campaigned to play Lobo for years, saying it was the role he was born to play. He has finally become Lobo. Wednesday Season 3 will begin filming in February. And pause for a sip of water. Disney has signed a deal with OpenAI and invested $1 billion into the company. So we'll now be able to AI generate videos based on animated masks and creature characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. Curated selections of AI generated videos will be released on Disney+. Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson will return in The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. Phineas and Ferb themed poster for Percy Jackson has been released. Mysterious billboards for Steven Spielberg's next film have been found in LA and Times Square. All will be disclosed. Hold on. March, April, May, June 12th, 2026. I had to count up the months. Like, I can remember, aside from like the first couple and the last couple, I can never quite remember what number of months are in the middle. Because honestly, I don't really have to think about it all that much. Hugh Jackman says his journey as Wolverine isn't over yet. Quote, "It doesn't feel like the end. It really felt like the end after Logan." Got the first trailer for Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2, releasing in 2026 on Netflix. The Friday the 13th prequel series, Crystal Lake, is described as a bloody, paranoid 70s thriller. Quote, "There are rivers of blood in the show. There are very, I think, ingenious kill sequences and deaths and murders, but it's all done in service of character and theme. Wait. Just double checking. Friday the 13th, that's the one with Jason Voorhees, right? Yeah, Crystal Lake. But wait, so in the original one, it was Jason's mother that was the killer, and only in the sequels onwards was it actually Jason. Like, why prequel series kill sequences murders? What? Like, you know what? Whatever. Really should stop just. I should really just stop questioning these things. The why is clear. Money. Money is the reason why. Sigourney Weaver is in talks to star in the live-action Tomb Raider series alongside Sophie Turner. Got a first look at the Superman and Spider-Man crossover comic, including short team-up stories for Lois Lane and Mary Jane, Jimmy Olsen and Carnage? What? At Superboy and Spider-Man 2099, Power Girl and Punisher, Superboy Prime and Black Suit Spider-Man, and Daily Planet and Daily Bugle. Ah. Hmm. No, there's a lot of news this week.
Shoot, I think we've calculated an issue.
Hey, let me just get that back up. Yeah, for whatever reason, every now and then the internet here just decides, you know what? No. I don't know why, and it's always sometime between 11 and 1 o'clock. I can get that started back up again. Anyway.
I think it was.
Oh, where did I cut out?
After the Superman Spider-Man crossover comic kind of stuff.
Okay, not that long. Not that far back, actually. Okay, could have been worse. Righty then. Now, thankfully, it typically only happens once a night, so I should be good for now. Yeah, like, and the thing is, it's not just me. It's like just the internet and the apartment are just like, no, for like a good couple minutes and just reboots. We have no idea why it does this. It just, eh.
I guess, thank goodness thank goodness my family switched routers.
Yeah. It's funny that I used to think like, oh, maybe it's a Wi-Fi issue and that's why I keep disconnecting every now and then. So I switched over to a wired connection. I was like, no, it's just the internet be funky like that sometimes. Like we don't like I said, we don't know why it happens, and it's always at a random time between 11 at night and 1 in the morning. If it was like a scheduled thing, you'd think it would be more consistent. Anyway, uh, Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos now says they will keep Warner Brothers' theatrical model largely the same once they buy the studio. Quote, when this deal closes, we are in the theatrical business, and we are going to do it. We didn't buy this company to destroy that value. Got a first look at Rooster, a new comedy series starring Steve Carell and executively produced by Bill Lawrence. The series follows an acclaimed fiction author who heads to a college for a reading and gets sucked into a world of higher education. Releasing in March on HBO. Oh, okay, are we talking figuratively or literally sucked into a world of higher education? Because I just want to know if this is going to be an isekai series. Because one sounds a lot more interesting than the other. Got a first look at Steps, a new animated film that follows Cinderella's evil stepsisters who are actually depicted as kind and misunderstood, starring Ali Wong and Stephanie Su as the stepsisters, releasing in 2026 on Netflix. I
Aside from the Wicked effect, I think they kind of did something like this in
Cinderella 3.
and maybe 2, if I remember correctly.
And I just know one of them had a whole character arc and like found love and it's like, okay, I was kind of a dick. Yeah, my bad. So it's like, if done well, maybe. So honestly, it's like I preferred if it was just like one out of them that has a redemption arc. Otherwise, it gets like, well, seriously, lately Disney's been doing a whole Disney villain PR tour thing. Like, oh, this villain isn't all that bad. Like,
Ah, yes. The recent addition to the cruise liners.
It's like, yeah, the Maleficent movie, and then Cruella de Vil got a movie. Her whole thing was that she wanted to skin puppies to make a fur coat. What the hell? You do not redeem that. Okay, it wasn't so much a redemption as like a, like the origin story, but still trying to pull the sympathy card on the character that's literally kill and skin puppies for fashion. That's kind of a hard ask. Like what? Are we gonna get a origin story for the evil witch that that poisoned Sleeping Beauty or something? No, wait, that was. Who am I thinking? No, that was. Ah, God, a lot of the Disney princess stuff gets mixed up. Like, okay, or was that Maleficent? I forget. Uh,
It was.
okay, never mind then. I just remember like the old hag with the poison apple thing, and the appearance there kind of threw me off. Let's see now.
That's
Okay,
a very
other
confusing
Disney.
point.
Uh, wait.
I believe you're referring to the evil step queen of Snow White.
No, White. Yeah, that one. To be fair, a lot of the early Disney villains are very generically mwahaha, evil and vain and everything. Or I don't know. Then there was this thing of like, oh, live action or something Hercules, and it's like, oh, but Hades isn't that bad. It's like, okay, on one hand, if you're adapting the Disney movie, Hades was the villain, but on the other hand, as far as the actual mythology goes, Hades was like the most chill of the Greek gods, all things considered. Especially compared to Zeus. We do not speak about what Zeus got up to.
Yes. The infamous seduction by Swan.
Among other things. It's like, odds are, if there was a problem for the Greek pantheon, the cause was Zeus was horny. Okay. Getting away from the Disney tangent for a bit. Fallout Season 3 is aiming to begin filming in summer 2026. The goal is to release new seasons as fast as possible. Hey, good on them. Like, you don't want to wait too long, or else, people get older, people won't have time anymore. Like, I think I saw something about like the teaser or trailer for or whatever for season 2 of the live action Avatar series. I was like, oh my god, they waited too long, they got old. Then again, Stranger Things. That took like what, 9 years to finish up, and okay, admittedly, I don't know exactly what the time span for that series is, so I don't know, but still, anyway.
To be fair, you kind of notice that the voices changed sometimes. Some of the voices changed in the original animated series. Most notably, Aang.
Yeah. Okay. Guillermo del Toro says there is no substitute for seeing films on the big screen at theaters. Quote, make no mistake, fairy tales and horror stories are parables. They speak of things we cannot name. That's the power of cinema, and I think the beauty of seeing it here is you have a big screen showing big ideas. For people that see them on their phone, it takes 38,000 of those little things to form a screen. Daniel Kaluuya confirms he is developing a Spider-Punk animated film. Quote, those Spider-Verse films, they speak to me. I think the filmmakers and the animators are some of the best storytellers in the game. David Cornswet says he felt very lucky that his creative debate with James Gunn on the Superman set happened on camera. But it was interesting hearing from people when they thought of it. Everything from, well, that's what always happens, all the way to, what a terrible working environment. For me, it does happen all the time. It was amazing how indefatigable James was. He very rarely got fed up with me, because I think he knew that the reason I'm having those conversations with him is, at my boldest, because I think I might see something that he doesn't see and he might value. Got a new clip of Santa Claus killing Nazis in Silent Night, Deadly Night in theaters December 12th. Huh. Was that in the original? Hold on. All I remember of Silent Night, Deadly Night is the one from the second movie, Garbage Day. Wait, it's the second remake of the film? Oh, the first remake was in 2012. Oh, wow, starring Malcolm McDowell. Huh. Okay, let's see now. Slasher film, double murder, killer. Yeah, apparently in the original, the guy's parents was killed by a guy in a Santa suit. Yeah, nothing about Nazis at all. So that's okay. Apparently, in this remake, the same thing more or less happens, but wait. Okay, yeah, nothing about Nazis. Like, what? I have no idea.
But I'm pretty sure in this day and age that would probably be welcomed.
Then again, there's never a bad time to kill Nazis, so hey. Okay, first look at the Handmaid's Tale sequel series, The Testament, starring Chase Infinity, Wow, that's a name. Anyway, the series follows the young women in Gilead grappling with the bleak future that awaits them, releasing in April on Hulu. The new trailer for Markiplier's Iron Lung has been released in select theaters on January 30th. Onwards to my other website.
Okay, whether words were highlighted this week. African American Film Critics Award has given 8 to Sinners. Best Picture, Best Writer, Best Writing, Best Music, Best Ensemble. Emerging Face to Michael Canton. Best Foreign Actress, Wunmi Mosaku. And Best Actor to Michael B. Jordan.
The Holes gender swap reboot pilot will not be going forward at Disney+.
Amongst those at the Golden Globes that were most nominated, One Bite After Another at 9, Sentimental Value at 8, Sinners at 7, Hamnet at 6, Frankenstein and What Did You Forget at 5 each. It Was Just Next at 4, and Secret Agents tied with K-pop Diva Hunters at 3. Came out, by the way, one of the most nominated animated films ever at Golden Globes. Also nominated is the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. F1 has nomination for Best Original Score. Couple interesting things happened this week on the movie scene. found in the Netflix game Love Archer. And there's a new Steam game, World Without Time. I think it's safe to say Cameron has a extreme fascination for Japanese pop culture for this one. James took to Takashi Yamazaki, and said he was a huge fan and couldn't wait. For Godzilla -1 sequel. If you get a little behind, I can come in and do a second unit. If you feel with this, you can do at least one Zilla film in his lifetime. Kind of 35 restriction hits. 12, 1 out of 300k. Be number of significance 38 million expansion. Part of significations from Pito available to buy at the Bilbao store. seems even further uncertain. Less fluid pulled from 1355, so they give me full access to two sheets, interported around in a barrel and a dry pipe. Efficiency, former Civic, SF, SPTX, Fix 703, Every Page 49, and Custer 2001. Kansas Strickers breaks friendship record following recent extensions. Again to West now on resolution for one. Peter Boyle arrives at Darlington Shed. High campers want to be sure again in 2026 at the Mansfield Mining Railway. Big changes coming in 2027 to the Gong. Taking west for the near 4-day voyage. Next one will be on the 21st for the Utara Railway Preservation Society. TBKC took delivery of its 100th Tier 4 Wowco Bobtech Co. Evolution Series unit 7549. Donation for the Helens College. Car, so much for each. Interchange by February 18th. University Festival at Golden Spike National Historic Park. And our totes with regard to friends, family of Beatrice Picard, Coco, Julie Mayfield, One Piece, Fruits Baskets, Case Closed, Peter Green, Pulp Fiction, The Mask, Nella, Susan Kid, Stevenage, Nick Johnny's Arca, Zoshmia Pimino, and a couple more significant ones from the voice acting scene. Jeff Garcia, Jimmy Neutron, and Jim Ward. Doug Dimmadome, shit. Betcha, and Kevin Cork. second is where they should go. Well, all things considered, hope we get some things done within the coming week, and a few other things besides. Let's hope we be prepared. Without being concerned about some interferences. Sorts of Christian couple things, and so on and so forth. And until next week, in which we actually are changing gears in some sort of way. Stay safe, stay well, get back, pray.